Okay, we talked today in class about how to go from brainstorming to outlining. And one of the things we looked at was one of your group's essays where the last paragraph didn't quite have enough ideas in it. So you want to try and avoid that in essay writing by building a good outline. And when you're doing your outline, making sure that you're extending your ideas so that you have a lot to say. So you're not trying to think of things to say while you are writing the essay. All of what you want to say has already been determined in your outline. So the example we looked at today in class was this idea of entertainment. Okay? So living in Calgary, one of the advantages of living in Calgary is the fact that there's lots of entertainment opportunities. So when you think about entertainment, what do you think about? Okay. For me, what I thought about was two things, like where I wanted to go and what kinds of things I like to do for entertainment. So for types of entertainment, we looked at these in class as well. We talked about sports, movies, restaurants, museums, concerts, and festivals. There's lots of information here that we can then further brainstorm to get to a really good outline. And in class, we looked at this one. We looked at movies. What else did we look at? Festivals. And we looked at sports, I think. I think that was all of them. Yeah. So then we went on to what I called I think I just used a red piece of chalk. So we talked about the red ideas. Okay. So in your brainstorm and when you're outlining, what you're wanting to really focus on is how are these things an advantage or, depending on what you're writing them on, a disadvantage. Okay. So when I look at sports, okay, I want to ask myself, why are sports an advantage? Like, why is that an advantage of living in Calgary? Okay, and we decided that there's lots of opportunities to practice sports in Calgary. And because of that, you've got lots of opportunities to be healthy, to be in good shape, to make friends. Maybe it helps with your motivation, all kinds of different ideas there. We went on to talk about movies, and then finally we finished with this idea of festivals. Okay? Why is living in a city that has festivals an advantage? Well, you can learn about other cultures. And Calgary is a multicultural city, and so it's a good idea to try and fit into your community. So when we ask ourselves this question, okay, why are festivals an advantage? Because they help us with learning about other cultures. Why is that important in Calgary? Because Calgary is a multicultural city. Okay? Why is it important to learn about this? To learn about each other and to fit into your community. So it's asking those questions. You constantly need to be asking questions when you are outlining. Okay? And the questions that you're asking yourselves are, why do I think this? How is this an advantage? Why is this a disadvantage? Okay? Push your thinking so that you get lots of details in the brainstorm that you can then choose for your outline. These are some of the topics that we came up with for the advantages of smartphones. So everybody found that apps and features were good topic sentences. And then one group, this is Anna Maria's group, talked about connecting to people. And then Miriam's group talked about convenience. Okay. So these are all really good topic sentence ideas. So you're going to write a paragraph about convenience. So this might be paragraph 1. You could write a paragraph about apps. You can write a paragraph about features. And you can write a paragraph about connecting to people. Okay. Remember that you only need to have 3 paragraphs. Okay. So if your group came up with connecting to people, but you want to write about convenience instead, that's okay. Okay, just make sure that you only have 3 body paragraph ideas developed. Okay, I just wanted to make sure everybody's ideas were represented here. Sorry, I have just erased the word people. Come back, people. There we go. Okay, so we talked about pushing these ideas. Okay, so convenience is an advantage of a smartphone. So what am I talking about when I'm talking about convenience? Well, one thing I'm talking about is the fact that I can carry a smartphone in my pocket. That's pretty convenient. But that's not enough. If we stop here, all we are telling our readers is that this is a fact. We want to push that to say why it an advantage. Okay, so you want to ask yourself, how or why is carrying a phone in your pocket an advantage? Okay. Well, I think that's a pretty easy answer, right? Okay. Okay, can call, or maybe can communicate. From anywhere. And not just anywhere, but anytime as well, right? So it's here, this is where the advantage is, okay? That's what's important. Sorry, my circle went all funky there. Okay, I'm new at drawing circles on this. Oh, it doesn't want to let me draw a circle. Okay, I think you get the idea though. Okay, so the focus, maybe I'll go back to boxes. I'm much better at boxes. Okay, this part here, calling and communicating from anywhere, anytime, this is what tells us that it's an advantage. If you just stop here and you say that I can carry this in my pocket, it's not enough. Okay, push your idea to include that you can communicate from anywhere, anytime. And once you do that, what you are going to end up having are those kinds of compound, complex sentences that we want. Okay, so remember that in supporting ideas, you need to have either a compound or a complex sentence. So if you stop short at just these small facts, you're not going to have these longer sentences. But when you say, you can't say I, a person can carry a cell phone in his pocket, therefore calls can be made easily from anywhere, anytime. Okay? So that's what I'm hoping for in your outlines, that you take these ideas and push them all the way to the end so that you come up with really good, clear advantages. Okay, and then the nice thing about that is once you start writing the essay, your focus then is purely on grammar and vocabulary. Okay, all right, I'll see you tomorrow.